I'm Peter Davies, I'm the production manager at Celatronic here in Wantirna South, and we design and manufacture battery inverters, and they're used to take power from the sun, charge batteries and take the power from the batteries to provide power to off-grid dwellings, and that's anything from small residential up to reasonably large industrial. And we also offer hybrid products, so we can do on-grid and off-grid. Celatronic core clientele is anyone who wants to have an off-grid solution, which could be based on financial considerations. It might be the desire to save energy, reduce greenhouse gas, join the growing community of off-grid and sustainability, energy resilience, reliability. That's a big issue even in this country. So there's a lot of folk that are going with an off-grid microgrid solution as opposed to relying on single earth return wiring. Some of our best projects have been, we did a hospital in South Sudan, which is a 160 bed hospital, so they've got free power 24/7, and they had nothing previously. There's a lot of communities around the world who have no power at all, and so it's fantastic to give them the ability to power things up and turn things on and live a modern life, which enables them to do all sorts of other things that they wouldn't be able to get access to. We did a lot of work for a lot of off-grid solutions which have been able to withstand bushfires and natural disaster, which is brilliant because people can go back to what's left of their property and they've got power, they've got communications, they can charge phones, they can charge hand tools, and they can get back to recovering from that disaster. So there are a lot of the sorts of things we're really proud about. We did, not the most recent block, but the block before, when they were doing the off-grid solutions, I think it was out at Melton, our systems were powering those properties. So that was really, really cool to see, is that, you know, you've got Channel 9 there and they go and they scan across and there's a Celatronic device and you go, oh, there's one. So there's some of the cute things that we really like to get involved in. And the business is really connected to those sorts of products. And we're really proud about the fact that at a barbecue, someone could say, what do you do for a living? And we can say, we're helping save the planet. And it's true. You know, very few folk can say that. So that's really some of the things that we're really motivated to do, and design great products to just push that envelope about how do you actually change climate. And, you know, we've got climate change, but how do you change it back to what it was? Well, these are the sorts of things you need to be able to get involved in. And so the community that's in the Celatronic ecosystem, we call it, is really motivated to bring these products to life, enhance products, bring out new products, collaborate with people who have got expertise in other areas, and put together systems that are really making a difference, which is tangible, you can measure it. And that's something I love. Being an engineer, I love to be able to measure things because it means you can show progression. So the total capability we get from the assembly line solutions that Hawker Richardson have provided are quite transformational. We're just chalk and cheese, because we are able to build our own product from bare circuit boards right through to finished. And so R&D products that the team are designing and putting together for future desires of the business, we can build that in-house pretty much in real time, which was unheard of previously. We've got upskilling of staff. We're employing more people locally, which is always a great thing. Since I've started here, we've doubled the production team. The capability of that team is quite significantly enhanced with the ability to connect with this equipment and upskill themselves, and they can grow a career here. Previously, they might have had, you know, you can have a job and you can do a certain thing for a chunk of time. Now they can grow a career, and they can really enhance their ability to grow as an individual professionally and personally as well. And all of this sort of equipment gives us the capability to do that. What we were doing previously was, which kind of started off where you start off doing what you have to do. Like from the conformal coat line, we were literally masking and hand spraying circuit boards out of a rattle can. And then we got a PVA system, which is a desktop system, and that was transformational in its own right. But we are flogging that poor horse to death, and that's just gone day and day and day like a champion. But now with a new system, we can take a fully uncoated magazine of circuit boards and create a fully coated magazine of circuit boards out the other end. Total hands off, machine does the whole thing. It's just going to be magical to see it happen. It's being installed as we speak. It's about that far away from running. So we're really looking forward to getting that one going. So it's made a huge difference. With the wave soldering machine, that's just going to, with the new technology that the SAHO system brings us, because we're all in line, loading in line to that, straight out of the wave, straight out of surface mount, we can load boards with through-hole parts, we can put it through the wave soldering machine out the other end, and so that just takes work in progress down to nothing, which means that we're not investing in buying parts and having stuff sit around waiting for the opportunity to get it through the surface mount line and get straight through, so that brings cash flow back to the business. The roll-on impact is quite significant in all sorts of different areas. So it's not just the ability to build product in-house, it's all the other things that it brings with that are significant benefits to the business. So our recent purchase of the PVA system from Hawker Richardson gives us the capability of going from batch processing, which is, we still had a PVA machine, but it was spray one side, cure it, do the whole batch on one side, put the next board in manually, spray the next side, cure it, and so it was very manual, it was very slow. It was a great machine, and it's been going for a long time, pretty much faultlessly. We've just beaten it to death, and it didn't die, so it's a good machine. But the new one is totally different. It does one side, flips it, does the second side, cures it, and it's out the other end. So it does the entire circuit board by magazine. And we can do 3 magazines at the loader and 3 magazines at the unloader, so that'll probably increase our throughput by 5 or 6 times. And the human element's removed, so the quality by definition must go up. And so it's got every benefit you could want. And it really future-proofs the business too, because it gives us headroom. It's no longer the massive bottleneck in production. Having this new line will give us the headroom to be able to build other products and bring in other processes and expand the product suite, because it won't be choked at conformal coat. So with the new PVA system, the changes in productivity we expect to see is to be able to remove a manual process from our existing process. That'll be automated through the new line, and that releases valuable staff to go away from doing a fairly mundane and simplistic process to doing a much more value-added process. And it'll increase the quality because it's going to be an automated process rather than a manual process. So we would expect productivity to go up by maybe 4 or 5 times what it is currently in volume. And the quality would just be spot on because it's an automated process and it checks itself. So it'll be just much better, so much better. So upgrading our equipment has opened up significant new markets and opportunities locally too, because we can employ a number more folk. We can upskill people internally, which then opens up opportunities for more people to come in at a ground level who can then also expand their capabilities. So Aussie jobs, Aussie people, growing technology, expanding our capability in the technology space, in the off-grid and in the sustainability and recycling area. We've got a number of products which we can integrate together, which opens up new offerings. We've got our Select Cell range of batteries. We've got our power control cabinet range of, these are boxes that control the batteries and they measure and monitor battery health. And with our inverters, we're going to more integrated solutions away from products, so it expands the capability of the business quite significantly. So the installation process has gone really well. We've got a lot of deadlines we want to hit. We've got new product being designed. We've got the demand of onshoring and in-housing a lot of the products we make currently. So the sooner we can get product up and running, the better off it is for the business. There's been many different folk and multiple people from Hawker Richardson coming in with individual expertise to assist us in this process. It's a very complex process. It's integration into our IT systems, it's setting up servers and local networks, working with installers that are doing compressed air and power and fume extraction. So it's been quite an effort. And also we're producing continuously. We're not just shutting down production, so we're working around all of this. And so everybody who's been involved has been doing a stellar effort, and the Hawker Richardson guys have been absolutely onto it and training our staff up on how the product works. It's quite advanced equipment. You know, we've got NASA down there, we've got it all going off. I don't think we'd want to launch a rocket, you know, we'll probably stay away from that. But we are launching new products which are going to be pretty spectacular. And so to get all this up and running in an efficient time frame is quite critical. And I've got one guy who knows how to do all of this sort of stuff from previous experiences, and we need a team of 7. So the Hawker Richardson guys in training up my one guy plus the other 6 people, it's been really good. It's been a great team effort. There's been lots of collaboration. It's been totally hands-on. They're not doing it for us, they're showing us how to do it, and we're doing it, and they're just overseeing how it goes and tweaking and changing and improving. And we're learning at an exponential rate, which you need to with stuff like this. And it's been happy days. So we're very close to getting everything going. The service map machine line, that's going. The wave soldering machine's probably a week away. That only showed up in a big box 2 weeks ago. So that's gone in, and that's an automated line that's loading product, and it goes into the machine straight away. You can almost take boards out of SMT and go straight into the wave soldering machine. And the PVA machine's just been lined up because the final fume extraction went in yesterday. So it's not like we're sitting around waiting for you guys to show up. It's you're pushing us to get things done, which is really good. So excellent collaborative effort, and we're very close to turning the whole thing on. My recommendation regarding Hawker Richardson would be just use them. Just don't muck around. I've known these guys since the early 90s. I first started working with Greg Plagerman with a system for a contract manufacturing business I was running. And we were completely through hole, and we went surface mount. And as the machines were getting put in, I had 4 contracts to run. So we were putting customer boards through the machines during its installation and commissioning. And the Hawker Richardson guys were right onto it way back then, and they haven't changed, they've just gotten better. And I just go to Hawker Richardson for everything. I say, what have you got? Come on down. I don't want to mess with anybody else. I just don't want to go through the hassle of not knowing I'm going to get the service and the responsiveness that I need. When I know you've got bazillions of dollars worth of spares around the corner in Altona, it's, you know, if something falls over, it's going to be up and running the next day, worst case, which is the history I've seen over 30 years or so. So yes, would I recommend them? Absolutely. I wouldn't even think you're trying to go anywhere else. It's just too silly, too hard. Why would you go there?